Welcome to the Torah Birthing Podcast. My name is Batya Khan. I'm a Kala teacher and birth educator, and my mission is to help you have an awesome transition into motherhood so you could fulfill your tafkid with support and recognize the power that you have. The Torah is not just history. It's the guide for our lives, and it's a great way to work on mindset too. It's important to know. It's important to learn. Are you ready? Let's do this. Hey, and welcome back to the podcast. It's been a whirlwind 24 hours because exactly 24 hours ago, I was finishing to record an awesome free birth class for Jewish women just like you. And I was making sure to include the most foundational, important things that need to be worked through and need to be done in order to have an awesome birth experience. Because this stuff doesn't just happen magically. There are stuff that you need to do no matter where you're giving birth in order to have an amazing birth. And it has nothing to do with the birth location. It has nothing to do with the medical system, although it is important to navigate the medical system well. It has everything to do with you and how you are showing up in your relationship with Hashem. And so that was an incredible live. And I really enjoyed hanging out with those of you who made it on there. And if you didn't make it, or if you're just hearing about this now, I really highly encourage you to get in on this and to do this work because it is so necessary and crucial for you to cultivate your relationship with Hashem and to notice the things that you are able to do and able to grow and able to expand that relationship, and that it truly becomes a gift that transforms your entrance into motherhood. And following that free birth class, because I wish I could share everything I know in 1 hour. I can't share everything I know in that 1 hour. So because I couldn't do that, because I couldn't share everything I know, I wanted to include and to create a full-on birth course and coaching program where I can actually walk you through the process from the ground up in order to prepare for your birth. And I wanted to be able to teach you techniques that actually stick based on your essence. And this stuff is so important. And I've seen it working, honestly. So that's why I developed Mafteiach Shel Chaya. Mafteiach Shel Chaya is literally the keys to birth. So the Gemara says in Gemara Taanis that Hashem is the one who holds the keys to birth and nobody else controls it. So there are certain things that Hashem does in our birth that is way beyond our control. But also, Chaya were the Jewish women in Mitzrayim. They were called Chayos by the midwives themselves. The midwives told Paro, we know and we see that the Jewish women have this innate power, this innate intuition, these innate tools that Hashem created them with to be able to actually have their own births and do it on their own grounds and on their own terms. So they don't even actually really need us. They need their relationship with Hashem. And obviously, medical providers, your OB, your midwife, and your nurses, if you're in the hospital, are very important people in your birth, but they are not the keys to birth. They are not the primary players. They are just tools in Hashem's toolbox that He is helping you go through your birth with. So this course is literally developing your relationship with Hashem from the ground up and explaining to you and showing you for your own specific birth. So for nobody else's situation, how you can actually bring these techniques into the real world, into your specific birth. So I wanted to share some of the details for this course, and I'm going to include the link for the free class in the show notes so that you can actually see the foundations of it, the first 3 secrets that are super important to work through. So you can try your hand at it before you think about joining us and getting that full-on support that you deserve. So this is the beta launch of Mafteiach Shel Chaya, the keys to birth. This is a program that if you join this round, you are going to get lifetime access to. So you could keep revisiting it for every single baby that you have in Mir Hashem. And you keep doing this prep because I want you to walk into and out of your birth confident, prepared, ready to conquer and get this together with Hashem and just have an amazing, powerful, calm transition into motherhood. So the keys to birth is walking you through the entire process. Okay, so it's 6 weeks of pre-recorded material, and these are the keys. So the first week, we are going to walk through the foundations of what actually birth is and how your intuition plays into it. What Hashem created as the blueprint for you and him in this relationship. That's the first key that we need to talk about. And what is it that you actually want for your birth? What is your personal intuition telling you? We're going to work through that. Key number 2, week number 2, is actualizing that intuition. So bringing it out. How does it work with the medical system? How do we deal with it? How do we understand how this works? And techniques to actually use and practice and work on, to ask questions, to say no to things that are just not right for you because the medical model is kind of trying to put a peg in a square sometimes. So to make it actually individualized for you and your baby and your family and your intuition. And key number 3, the third week, is actually understanding all of your options. So we're going to go through and walk through everything that you could be offered, from the low-tech options to the most invasive procedures. So from massages to C-sections and everything in between, all the interventions and all the tools that you could possibly use in your bag. And you are going to work on the foundations of building a birth plan over here. And then in key number 4, we're going to work on mindset and pain coping. So we're going to make sure that you have the mindset and you're able to deal with the intensity of the pain that might be there in birth. Because pain-free births do exist, but it's not a goal. It's very important to learn how to deal with that intensity. And key number 5, week number 5, is going to be overcoming your fear. How to deal with and put all your fears into place. And then key number 6 is going to be who you should have on your birth team, how you should prepare them for your birth, and how that works for your individual desires and nobody else's, for your individual needs, what you actually need for your birth. And then we are going to go into actually laying out and mapping out your birth plan for the particular scenarios that are important for you specifically. So all of this, that whole pre-recorded course part, is a $997 value. So it's 6 comprehensive keys, modules that are giving you everything you need to prepare for your birth with total trust in Hashem and no added stress. You're not going to be wondering, did I do enough? Because you are going to be walking through it and doing the method step by step. It's in-depth mindset. It's fear release, releasing your fears. It's pain coping strategies that are going to set you up for a transformational experience. And because all of that is very, very important, I did not want to charge you $997 because I know that could be so difficult and too much for some people. And I wanted this to be accessible. So you can actually get this for one payment of $350. And if you do that one-time payment, you are going to get a bonus of one-to-one half hour with me whenever you want it, about whatever you want, to actually supplement that and prepare for your birth. Or you could divide it up into 2 payments of $175 each, totaling to $350. And because I didn't want to leave you hanging on some specific things, I'm not just offering the pre-recorded part of this, okay? I am also going to have 6 weeks of live Q&A, work through the process sessions, so that you can get the full support that you need in order to implement. We're going to do it together. And that is a $779 value. And a second bonus that I'm going to provide is, because I'm a college teacher and I know that sometimes the Nida and the Shabbos considerations could be stressing women out. So I'm going to give you exclusive guides and videos so that you understand what you should prepare for Shabbos and that it won't be stressful for you, and what to ask your Rav for Nida and Shabbos considerations. And that's a $47 value. And a bonus number 3 is I have an amazing pelvic floor therapist friend, and she is going to be giving an exclusive workshop for the women inside the program to get you prepared for birth physically. Because in the program, I am teaching the basic physiology, but a pelvic floor therapist that some people cannot afford to have on their birth team, even though I highly recommend it, it could be very expensive to add that to your birth team. So she is going to be able to teach you in-depth stuff and get deeper into the actual physiology than I actually do in the course over here. So all of that crazy outside value is all included in the $350. And so we are starting, Emir Tzashem, for my birthday, actually. But my birthday is on Shabbos, so we can't start on Shabbos. So it's going to be Tes Vav Tammuz, or July 21. That Sunday, we're going to be kicking this off and we're going to be starting. So this stuff is transformational and so helpful for women in their births. And this is honestly a gift that you could give yourself. Starting motherhood this right way and doing the work and building yourself up so that you come out of this as a confident and empowered mother. Okay, so I'm going to include the link in the show notes for the free replay of the class, and there is so much good stuff in it because I'm sharing, again, my 3 foundational secrets for this. And also, I'm going to include the straight link so you could sign up for Mafteiach Shel Chaya. And if you're still on the fence, I'm going to put in my WhatsApp number and my email, and you can totally, please reach out to me, get in touch, and we'll see if this is the right fit for you. Because it's not the right fit for everybody, And you have to be ready to put in the work and really see it pay off. But I'm not leaving you hanging. I am walking through this with you step by step. And I am so, so excited, and I cannot wait for your amazing birth experience, however you choose to plan it and to prepare. And you deserve all of the support you could get. So that's what I'm wishing for you. I'm wishing for you an amazing birth where you see Hashem walking through it with you. And we should only hear amazing things and good news. I would love to hear what you think. Message me on Instagram @TorahBirthing or send me an email, torahbirthing@gmail.com.